Hey everybody, how's it going? It's John with Prime Homes, and I'm bringing you your monthly market update for here in the San Antonio market. So we'll go ahead and jump right into this. May's number overview was the average sales price is 252,854, which was 7.69 increase year over year. Median sales price did jump again this month, another $3,000, bringing it to the median sales price of 205, which is a 4.2% increase year over year. Total sales, we had a little dip on the year over year, but nothing too substantial. It's happened at the what was it, the end of last summer as well, but total sales was just a little over 2,400. Average rental price is up again to 1,479, which is a 7.8% increase year over year. And the rents in this market right now in San Antonio have really been consistently going up at a very high rate these last couple months. Um, Now, as far as the employment, unemployment, and the infamous speed of the government, I was not able to get the May statistics as far as employment, unemployment on the San Antonio area. So I will hopefully be able to have that next month, but I'll keep checking that to get that reported on here. But did update a little information from March to April. San Antonio did create 8,500 jobs, so we are absorbing this massive influx of population and creating the jobs here in San Antonio, which is really good news for everybody because that's going to keep real estate prices stable and continue to move up as we absorb the jobs and don't have a high unemployment. The unemployment did drop by 0.47 down to 3.59% here in San Antonio. Now the month's inventory is starting to fall through the floor. I mean, not wrong way to think about it, but it put to 3.07, which is the lowest it's ever been here since the data that I can collect back, but is a 0.86% decrease from the previous month. So inventory is really moving along, and we are in a very strong seller's market right now, which is naturally going to push prices up because our balance market is about a 6 months of inventory, and we are well below that. So it's naturally going to push prices up and make it harder for buyers to get homes. So here on the graph, you can kind of see that our median sales prices we are going into our 6th year that prices have increases, and this is the highest it has ever been here in San Antonio as far back as data does show. So we, just like we have in the last several summers, we have been kind of climbing up into the summer months and kind of playing out and then drop down, and we'll kind of continue to watch this over time as the more information comes in. Monthly rents, you can see now we have topped out to the highest point that we've ever been again, at just over 1475. So rents are increasing, prices are increasing, people are moving to San Antonio, we're creating jobs. San Antonio is growing, which is great for the real estate prices. 20-year unemployment, you can see that we've bounced around the bottom and we took a sharp drop as we absorbed those 8,500 jobs that were created here in San Antonio and employing these people here in San Antonio. Now, the biggest question, the comment that people really like is where to market in San Antonio. Where is the highest months of inventory? And for you buy and hold people, where are prices going to be increasing the fastest due to the demand to live in the area? Now, I do track it by price range and by zip code, so I can kind of see where inventory is moving, where prices are increasing the fastest. And so I break it down by $50,000 price ranges all the way up to the 100,000 here. So months of inventory, and you can see in San Antonio, we have a shelf that really kind of starts to break away from everything else. Traditionally, about the over the 250, but a lot of inventory has been below 1 or 2 months here for a very long time. So if you've represented if you're a real estate agent and you try to represent a buyer in this 100 to 200 price range, it's very competitive. The buyers don't have a lot of bargaining power when asking for discounts. You pretty much need to offer full price without concessions and stuff. There's not a whole lot you're going to get. But this is the first month that the below 200 or 100,000 has dropped. But we have been continuing to rise, and this is actually a lot more of a smooth transition from the 200 to 300 price range. But I mean, it's not a big surprise that you can see here, and once you get over 500,000, those numbers really start to climb, and especially over the million. That's over 2 years of inventory. And why this is another reason this is important is if you're renovating houses in any of these price ranges, you need to be looking at this to kind of see how much competition is on the market as a whole. Because if you're renovating a house and you have, and it's over $500,000 house, you have 6 months of inventory on the market. And if you have to hold that house for 6 months while paying a $3,000-4,000 a month hard money loan, that's going to get really expensive. So it's something to keep in mind if you're renovating a house and when you're doing your analysis and due diligence phase of a deal or a property. So now by zip code, where is the lowest month inventory? Now I picked the top 10 and the bottom 10 of properties so you can kind of see where prices are moving the fastest, and you can see a 78247 has the last several months been at the top, which is basically 1604 and 281 on the north side. Prices Average sales price is 191 over there right now, and I know that area has really been going up at a fast pace, and it's going to continue for a while based on this month's inventory being at a 1.24. That basically means if no other properties were put on the active market for sale, there's only 1.24 months of inventory before every house in that entire zip code has sold. So it's not very much when you're talking when your traditional numbers balanced market is at your 6 months time frame. So that's going to continue to push these prices up, and over time keep continuing to increase them. And it's no surprise when you look across these, a lot of these, except for 78217, is under the $250,000 mark. So when you're renovating a house in these lower markets, that's where prices are going to increase, and you're going to get a lot of appreciation out of them. Now, where's the worst zip codes? Now, I'm not saying prices are not going to increase here too, but there's a lot of competition in here. There's not a high demand for a $350,000 house, as you can see here in 78260 versus this 247 where it's only 1.24. So but you can still see all the way up until the very last 2 zip codes in San Antonio. Every one of them still has less than 6 months, showing that we're in a seller's market across the city, across every zip code price range as a whole, unless you're in this $1 million, which it's kind of its own bear of a price range to be working in. So that's really it for this month. If you guys have any questions, comments, feel free to reach out to me. Shoot me an email at john@prymehomes.com. Check us out on Facebook, and also visit us on our website at prymehomes.com. Now, we are your real estate by the share company, and we do have a property going live here within the next week that is going to be available for purchase at $1,000 a share. All right, you guys have a good month and happy investing.